ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
Clinton police are investigating a crash that killed a local resident. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A Bradford resident is sharing his concerns about a local pond, and a bill to include cats in Maine's animal trespass law is meeting with strong opposition. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across the Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we are. We have advisories posted because of accumulating snow that will be moving in. These are winter weather advisories posted here. It's about 7 a.m. Wednesday. They get going tomorrow as we'll be watching snow that will be moving in. Small craft advisories have been dropped. These expired at 9 a.m. this morning. Otherwise, though, we're looking pretty quiet out there, at least at this point. We have some clouds that are developing across the region. We'll be seeing a mixture of clouds and sunshine in general today, but giving you a bigger picture, we're watching our next system here. It's off toward the west, tracking to the east. Some lightning with the system as well. As it tracks off towards the east, this will give us our next opportunity for snow that will get going, especially as we head towards Tuesday. So overall, a mixture of clouds and sunshine today, increasing clouds overnight tonight again. There is the snow right there getting going by tomorrow morning. By about midday, we'll see it at around Bangor and tracking to the east after that. So otherwise, the winds will be switching directions at about 5 to 10 miles per hour today. Nothing too ridiculous there. A lot more wind on the way, especially as we head towards Tuesday with that next system that will be moving in. So for today, mid-20s, mostly cloudy, some sunshine at times. North wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, a mixture of clouds and sun, while our temperatures making into the 20s and cooling off into the teens late. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Clinton police are investigating a crash that killed a local resident. Rescuers were called to the Hill Road shortly after noon on Tuesday after someone spotted a vehicle upside down in a stream. Officials realized the vehicle had been in the water for a long period of time because thick ice had formed all around it. Once a wrecker was called in to haul it from the water, they discovered a man's body was inside. The victim has been identified as 66-year-old Jean Rose of Clinton. Police are now investigating the accident and trying to determine when the crash happened. Clinton police hope to hear from anyone who has information about Mr. Rose's whereabouts between Sunday afternoon and yesterday afternoon. Yesterday marked day 2 of the trial for a Brewer man accused of shaking his 6-week-old baby to death. 38-year-old Ronald Harding is on trial in Bangor, where he's facing manslaughter charges. A.J. Douglas has the details.
Tuesday, the prosecution called members of the Maine State Major Crimes Unit to the stand. Jurors listened to several police interview recordings where Ronald Harding maintained his innocence.
Harding agreed to participate in a police reenactment where officers returned to the scene to analyze the circumstances that led to Jaden's death. Defense attorney William Ash says medical providers diagnosed Jaden's injuries without performing additional blood tests to rule out other diseases that could have been mitigating factors. They pointed out a previous case handled by Deputy Chief Medical Examiner Liam Fonte, where Fonte changed a cause of death after receiving additional information.
They made a monster out of Ronald Harding, but the real monster in this case is something that humans have been dealing with forever, which is disease.
The prosecution revealed graphic photos of the infant's brain following the autopsy. Fonte explained the bruising on the back of Jaden's head, outside of the ear, and bleeding in the brain could not have been caused by an accidental impact, but rather was caused by shaken impact syndrome.
The prosecution addressed Jaden's conflicting COVID-19 test results. Additional lab tests showed negative COVID-19 test results following Jaden's positive test while hospitalized. A neurologist previously testified that COVID-19 did not play a role in Jaden's death. In studio, A.J. Douglas, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The National Park Service is investigating vandalism on multiple hiking trails in Acadia National Park. The Park Service says the graffiti, most of which involves red blazes sprayed painted on trees and rocks, creates confusion for visitors who follow blue blazes marking established trails. Officials say the red paint could encourage people who might not be familiar with the trails to go down potentially dangerous routes. Staff members are working to repair the damage.
We care deeply about this place. We know a lot of people do. And Acadia National Park is a place where people come to reconnect with nature and to reconnect with themselves. And it can be hard to do that when there's red spray paint across the trails that you're trying to enjoy. The maintenance team is working in conjunction with the visitor resource protection team. They are working to put together a plan to help restore the different trees and rocks that were affected by this vandalism.
People who have information on these crimes are encouraged to submit an anonymous tip or call 207-288-8791. A Bradford resident has shared safety concerns about a local pond. Our David Ledford has the details.
I'm concerned about a little kid getting killed.
Patrick Murray has been advocating for the town of Bradford to install fencing around a local retention pond. The body of water is located behind the Bradford town office, and while the area is frozen now, Murray says the pond stretches 19 feet deep.
They rent that town office almost every weekend to people from out of town that wouldn't be aware of the pond. The other thing is the ball field. There's a soccer field and a baseball field about 50 feet away.
The town voted not to install fencing back in 2016, but Murray says the issue needs to be brought to wider public attention. However, some town officials say the responsibility of safety does not fall to them.
I can see it's a concern. I mean, parents need to be parents and watch their children. I mean, that's the responsibility of a parent. The town itself cannot be a parent to everyone. We can do the best we can. There was a vote. We listened to the people.
Bradford Town Manager Watoria Stevens says that many community members are happy to leave the retention pond alone. But Murray says this is due to a lack of awareness.
I've talked to many people right in Bradford that don't even know this exists. The more people that know, the safer it is.
Bradford Selectman Julie McCarthy and Vice Chair for the Bradford Select Board, Errol Hansen, both said they were concerned about the safety of the pond, but declined to be filmed. Town officials say that an article about the pond will be published in their next newsletter. In Bradford, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine Speaker of the House, Rachel Talbot Ross, is taking part in a two-day visit to Washington, D.C. Speaker Talbot Ross was invited to participate in an historic convening of Black speakers from across the country as part of Black History Month. During the meeting, the speakers discussed the critical work they're doing in partnership with the Biden-Harris administration to deliver for working families in their respective states. According to the Maine Legislature's Office of the Speaker, Talbot Ross is a ninth-generation Mainer who has dedicated her career to public service and social justice. Talbot Ross is also the first Black woman to serve as Speaker of the Maine House. A bill to include cats in Maine's animal trespass law was met with strong opposition on Monday. It was introduced by Representative Victoria Dudira of Camden. She says the inclusion of cats would help preserve the wild bird population that is currently declining.
This is really a problem. I mean, there are thousands of species of birds that are threatened. One of the biggest threats to birds, wild birds in the U.S., are cats. And cats kill over 1 billion birds.
Under current law, people can be fined $50 to $500 for letting pets wander onto other people's properties. Dudira says there were a lot of questions from people who shelter feral cats. She says although her bill was rejected, she plans on talking to other organizations on how to improve it. She says this bill helps start a conversation on the importance of health for these species. Unity College is getting a new name. It announced on Tuesday it's changing its name to Unity Environmental University. Based in New Gloucester, the environmental school says the new name will better reflect the institution as a whole. The university currently offers associate's, bachelor, and master degree programs that serve more than 5,000 full-time students, making it one of the largest universities in Maine. Representative Jared Golden is calling on the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, to give full transparency on their findings from 18 recent whale strandings. He wants a deep dive into the causes of death, saying NOAA's current release of data is surface level, leaving the public to wonder if the deaths were caused by disease, vessel strikes, or lobster gear. In the letter written to the federal government, Representative Golden says if lobster fishing is facing scrutiny for right whale entanglements, all potential causes should be weighed equally, including offshore wind development.
There shouldn't be any, kind of favoritism played here, where they're willing to target a small business community like our fishery, but unwilling to answer hard questions perhaps about other priorities that they may have. either as a government or other organizations out there.
NOAA says its studies find no correlation between the whale strandings and offshore wind development. This is consistent with other marine groups which say the whale deaths are predominantly caused by ship strikes, and the number of strandings is consistent with previous years before offshore windmills were even built. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, the state is gearing up with help with the shortage of electricians. We've got the details when we return.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
A Bangor City Councilor voiced his thoughts about an important public issue during a Bangor Rotary Club meeting. Jonathan Sprague spoke about homelessness in Bangor Tuesday, not as a councilor, but as a concerned citizen. The talk was hosted by the Bangor Rotary Club, where Sprague is also a member. During the meeting, he raised awareness by highlighting the complexity of the problem.
A lot of people see people who are in the encampments around town and say, oh, well, that's our homelessness. So the idea that homelessness is one-dimensional is really not true at all. It has many, many facets.
Sprague stressed that homelessness can often be a silent struggle faced by many. While he did not speak on behalf of the council, Sprague says the city is implementing several strategies to address the issue. For anyone looking to switch careers, the state of Maine is in need of electricians, technicians, and engineers. Thanks to legislation from Governor Mills, such as the Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan and the Energy Office's Clean Energy Workforce Partnership, the state is gearing up to tackle clean energy issues for years to come. The initiatives aim to bring the number of clean energy jobs in Maine to 30,000 by the year 2030. Eastern Maine Community College Electrical Programs Department Chair Rick Reardon says the field is future-proof, pays strong wages, and is keeping Maine homes heated.
They're driving the economy right now. You've got to have electricians out there to do these installations because you have to pull a permit for them, and they have to be, these systems have to be installed by licensed electricians. Right. And that's the law.
Through programs such as the one at EMCC, future journeyman electricians are able to earn 570 education hours necessary to sit for the journeyman exam. Reardon says students in the program are able to work in the field while earning their education credits, allowing them to jump right into the field with thousands of hours of experience.
There's multiple pathways to getting the electrician's license. And if they get their education at one of the community colleges, and we have 7 campuses that offer electrician programs, 4,000 of those hours are comped.
He says the field, like many others, come with ups and downs. The job can change every day, and you might find yourself working outside in the weather that accompanies a Maine winter. Reardon says he and many others in the electrical field find the work rewarding, and students agree.
Definitely, if you like working with your hands and like a challenge every now and then and having to think about stuff and reworking stuff, and it's pretty fun. It's not always fun, and it's not always not fun. It's kind of, you got to do the hard work to get to the fun work at the end kind of thing, but it's definitely worth it.
Those looking to apply to the program and get a head start on their future career can head to EMMC's admission page at my.emcc.edu. A Portland bar is in the national spotlight over claims it's haunted. Andy's on Commercial Street in the Old Port is featured in an 8-part series called Repossessed, which is about an allegedly haunted objects. In this case, it's Andy's. The owners of the pool table say it's drawing a lot of attention, so the show came to Andy's for a shoot. The owners are describing how the pool table is haunted and say its customers are hearing things as well.
We hear noises from the pool table when nobody's playing, and it can sound like people playing. You'll hear pool balls that connect with other pool balls, or the sound thereof, or where you'll actually hear the mechanics of the table, like the coin, not the, well, like it would if the coin slid, the ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and balls drop, and there'll be nobody playing.
He says he and customers have reported someone touching or nudging them when there's no one there. He also claims to have surveillance video of things flying off shelves. Repossessed is streaming right now on Hulu and the History Channel. The National Park Service will close certain trails in Acadia National Park starting today to help ensure the success of peregrine falcon nesting. The Park Service will temporarily close areas including Jordan Cliffs Trail, Precipice Trail, and Valley Cove Trail effective today until further notice to protect peregrine falcons from potential human disturbance or harassment during the nesting period. Research shows nesting peregrine falcons are especially vulnerable to human activity, which can disturb the adults and make them less attentive to eggs or chicks. That can lead to temporary or even permanent abandonment of the nest by the adults, leaving the chicks, like the one you see on your screen, susceptible to hypothermia, starvation, and predation. There are signs at trail heads and trail junctions around the closed areas indicating where public entry is prohibited. The closed areas will reopen once park resource managers have determined if peregrine falcon nesting attempts were successful or not. After the break, we'll take a look at troubling new information on the number of pregnant or recently pregnant women who have died after the onset of the pandemic. We'll be right back.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Good luck to the Dexter High School girls from Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Find us at mhfcu.com. Good luck to the Brewer Witches boys from Page Employment, 185 North Main Street, Brewer, matching people to jobs since 1945. Good luck to the Brewer Witches boys from Seaboard Security, security you can trust, safeguarding Maine since 1988.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference. Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Emergency crews remain on the scene of a terrible train collision in Greece. At least 36 people were killed last night when a passenger train and a freight train collided. Multiple cars derailed and several burst into flames. It happened in the town of Tempe as the passengers of the train emerged from a highway underpass. Officials say many of the victims are college students who were returning after celebrating Carnival over the weekend. A school board in Texas has approved a shorter school week. The Crosby Independent School District Board voted Monday to move to a 4-day school week. The vote was 4-3 in favor of moving to the shorter school week. The district is the largest in Texas to make the move. The new schedule will start in the 2023-2024 school year. Students will be off Friday through Sunday. 20 to 25 minutes will be added to the school day to make up for the 3-day weekend. There is troubling new information on the number of pregnant or recently pregnant women who died after the onset of the pandemic. With more, here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Death rates for pregnant and recently pregnant women in the U.S. rose dramatically in 2020 compared to the year before. That's according to a study led by researchers at the University of Texas at San Antonio. The mortality rate for non-medical and non-pregnancy related causes jumped 36%. Pregnancy-related causes went up 22%. The researchers point to multiple factors, including an increase in mental health troubles during the pandemic. The study also found significant increases in deaths from drugs, car crashes, and homicides. There are also clear racial gaps in the death rates. Compared to white women, death rates were 3 to 5 times higher for American Indians or Alaska Native women. Black women were also at higher risk of dying from homicides than other racial groups. These are concerning trends that highlight the need for better follow-up care, monitoring, and advocacy for pregnant people, and particularly for minority groups in the U.S. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Making the time to be together.
Supporting local business.
Starting a college savings plan.
expanding our brewery.
Buying our first home. Giving back any way we can.
With big offerings and local bank support, we can help in more ways that really matter.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Welcome back. Are there any avid birders out there, or are you like me and you just enjoy watching the wildlife that visits the feeders in your yard? If so, you can be a part of a larger community science project that helps with Maine's bird conservation efforts. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife has a program going on until March 15th. It's called the Maine Bird Atlas. When you have a sighting, you can visit maine.gov/birdatlas to submit some simple data. All you need to provide is the date and time of the sighting, the location, species, and how many you've seen. At the end of the Maine Bird Atlas program, the results will be published digitally as well as a book, and it will serve as a go-to resource for everyone from wildlife biologists to bird watchers, students, environmentalists, artists, and more. Again, that link is maine.gov/birdatlas. Those birds are probably loving the weather after yesterday. Let's check in with Devin Biggs to see what's in store for the rest of the week. Devin?
All righty, here we are. So winter weather advisories were dropped at 9 a.m. this morning, so we're done with that. These small craft advisories will get dropped later this afternoon at around 4, some spots by 5 o'clock, as the ocean will start to relax by that point. We'll be watching for more active weather moving in soon. Wave heights have still been rather active, so we have to wait till later this evening for things to relax. That's why these small craft advisories are still up with 7 to 11-foot wave heights being noted, according to some of the buoys. We have seen snow developing. Some spots further off towards the north saw around 1 inch of snow. Further down to the south, the range of maybe 2, 3, maybe even up to 5 inches have been noted. But now this thing's starting to back off now, and a lot of that snow will melt today with temperatures getting above freezing, and the sun now will be coming out as well. We have high pressure to the south right now, another system off toward the west. This will be tracking from the west going toward the east. That'll give us our next opportunity for snow late tonight in the parts of the daytime tomorrow, and maybe mixing with a little bit of rain as well, because temperatures will be a little bit warmer. So decreasing clouds today will give way to sunshine, but then we get to welcome in more clouds later on tonight. Then by early tomorrow morning, we'll be watching for a little bit of snow moving in from the west to the east. A little bit of rain and snow possible. This rain-snow line could possibly get close to Bangor in a few spots, which could mean some lower snow totals. But should it stay as all snow, we could be watching for some higher snow totals in a few spots. Then by Thursday night into Friday, that we'll start seeing the snow backing off. And a lot of sunshine to start things off for your Friday. So here's the general idea. If this stays as all snow, we'll have to watch for some decent snow totals in a few spots of around 3 to 5 inches with maybe some locally higher amounts. If it switches over to rain for a bit, we do expect some of these totals, especially near Bangor, to be just a little bit lower. But rain and snow possible, especially for the daytime tomorrow, with maybe better opportunities for snow further off towards the north. So we're going to be watching for another system as well. So we'll track this off towards the east. And then we have to keep an eye on this next snowmaker moving in. This track has shifted a bit again, mainly along and southwest of Bangor. We'll see the best opportunity for snow. We'll have to wait until Sunday for this system to start to get out of here. So a forecast for today looks like this. Upper 30s, the morning snow showers are gone. We're becoming partly cloudy with that west wind getting up to 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, 26 degrees, mostly cloudy. More snow showers moving in late with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, mid-30s, rain and snow possible with that northeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast. So again, mostly sunny as we head towards Friday with highs in the upper 30s. More snow possible Saturday, highs in the upper 20s, and mid-30s for highs on Sunday with a mostly cloudy sky.
Just keep in mind, it's March. Spring can't be far away. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.